If you look at Europe and even England versus the States, it's almost just completely two different reactions. And in America, all I see, I try not to go to the New York Times, but I do. The front page, it's all the test cases. The cases, you're testing positive, testing positive. We know these tests have false positives and false negatives. But where are the deaths? I mean, even Trump came out and said the median age was 78 on the deaths, the median age at his press conference, and all the comorbidities. But it's like nobody wants to have that conversation. It's all, and then it becomes political. And the fact there's 4 months till the election, it seems like the Democrats are happy to thrash the economy, which is cutting the nose off to spite the face, and then use this political weapon, and then use the fear of racism maybe as a last-ditch effort. And the collateral damage is brutal. It's just brutal.
It's horrific. And I mean, it's so dangerous and sad to watch that happen. And it's just, I mean, Candace said, come November the 4th, this whole debate will be over. And it's just so true because, if Joe Biden wins the election, it was coronavirus that we finished with that months ago. I don't know why anyone still cares. It will be a new narrative November the 4th. If Trump wins, it will be lockdown 2 or lockdown 7 by that point, coming to a neighborhood near you before too long. It's just, the whole debate is now ridiculous. And so as a result, I'm just so tired of this whole kind of real argument of BS, which is being put forward by everyone in this environment. And it's just like, we need to get America back to work. We need to get the world back to work. We can't just continue ad infinitum because we're all afraid of catching a disease with a mortality rate of less than the flu in many areas. And in Britain, thankfully, that seems to have been the relatively sensible policy which has been put in place. That Britain's now starting to get back to work. France is back to work. Italy's getting back to work. Italy, one of the worst places affected, getting back to work. China obviously has been back to work. Okay, there are restrictions still in place, understandably, but let's get back to work. This disease is with us until the end of time now. We will never now be free of coronavirus or this strand of coronavirus, COVID-19. So as a result, unless you want to shut down the whole world and make us all live in a plastic bubble with a padded cell for the rest of our lives, then why are we doing this? This is an absurdity.